Yeah, take away those chitlins and take away them old greens, because mama's little baby loves my baby stuff some pork and beans. Because mama's little baby loves pork and beans. The first time I consciously met Little Bud had to be back in, must have been 2015 or so. 6 or 7 years ago. And that was when my friend Tom Cantrell was up here visiting this wonderful area. And he saw Little Bud, who was just a juvenile at the time. He's a teenager now, probably 16 or 17 years old. And he saw him pop his head up from behind a stump. And 6 classic words that will always invoke a smile, a wry smile from Tom. And pleasant memory. You can just see it on his face every time he even thinks about it. And the words were from Little Bud to Tom. I go now. You go too. And then he was gone. And there he was, Little Bud. And you know, over the years I've had different names for him and his little cohorts. I've called them Stinkers Inc. because they have a mischievous energy, especially Little Bud. He's the guy who likes to throw rocks off the roof to startle you and laugh, and he's the kind of guy who likes to play the tricks. And he's got a mischievous young energy. You know, like I've said, they all have their own signature energy, and their personalities are expressed through that energy. Much like that hot rod guy going down the street, his personality is being expressed through his full throttle to the floor. But anyway, they're I thought I was going to come out here and be completely quiet. Apparently not. But anyway, their personalities are clearly expressed through their energy, and his is a very youthful, energetic, playful one. And over the years, I've had a lot of experiences with Little Bud. You know, one of the classic ones, which I won't relate here, and I've made a YouTube video on it, talked about it a number of times, and it's really classic. It's a beautiful story, really, really funny, and yet a great message to it. And that's when he took my Gordie Howe hockey card. But anyway, that's on my YouTube channel. And check it out, but I won't get into that one right now. But I will get into one of the really epic moments that him and I shared, and we play together. That's why he kind of gravitated to me. Well, there's more to it than that. You know, I believe that at a certain age, many of them are assigned a human to follow around. Like Arla from Oklahoma had Indigo following her around from a young age. And it's just a lesson to follow a human around and find out what they're about, and of course it's a human that they connect to. And you know, it's a beautiful mutual experience. And so one day, I was up way up in the mountains, actually not that far from here, maybe a kilometer or so as the crow flies, or in this case, the raven. And I picked up a nice solid rock, and I picked it up and I tossed it at a tree, and plunk, it was just a perfect hollow sound. Just you know, couldn't have done it any better if I had thrown 100. Just resonated. And it was followed by one that my Sasquatch playmate, as it turned out to be, threw. But his was not as good, literally. And I said, it's not often that I kick a Sasquatch's ass, my exact words, but I kicked your ass today. And so I came back a few days later, and had a little nap in the moss on the exact spot where I had had the rock throwing fight before, and I decided, oh, I'll throw another one. So I got up, threw a rock squarely at a tree, hit it. Nice kerplunk sound, not as good as the one the other day, but you know, solid. All of a sudden it was on. I had another rock coming from my Sasquatch friend that sounded just as loud as the one that I had thrown. These were literally like, they sounded like they were hitting like right near me. I mean, but they can throw sound and do stuff like that, so that can throw you off, but it was amazing. Anyway, this literally went on for about 10 minutes. And I thought, you know, he might even come out. I could feel the energy, the connection, the trust. But the thing was is that this went on for 10 minutes or so, but I was getting my ass kicked literally. This dude was like double, triple ricocheting, like rocks off trees, like, and loud, and just like, it was an absolute schooling. And Yeah, and it's funny because after about 10 or 15 minutes of this, I'm going to say 10 minutes, all of a sudden it stopped. And once again, a very consistent message that Randy Brisson and I discovered many years before followed suit again. And that was that about 15 minutes after the activity stopped, the rock throwing contest, I saw two young ladies coming down from a trail up above, high up in the mountain. And then they walked by and went on their way. I exchanged some pleasantries with them. But the thing of it is that the Sasquatch people, if they are connecting with you and they only want their people to hear them, and they are connecting audibly or in some physical way, when they see other people coming, they will stop about 15 minutes, whatever they're interacting with you with, before the people actually arrive at the scene. And it's almost like clockwork, it literally is. And so, yeah. And I never really asked the question, but I found out just a couple weeks back, or even a week or so back. I was with the amazing Mark Roberts, my friend, and a guy I'm going to be hanging around with a lot more. We're going to be exploring these woods and having some good times together. But anyway, myself and Mark were out here, and I was telling him the rock throwing contest, and I said, hey, let's ask Little Bud if he was the one who was actually, I knew he was anyway, but let's ask him if he was involved in the rock throwing contest, and give us your answer in our own unique ways. Mark perceives them differently than I do, and I perceive them differently than him. It's always very, very unique. And so we did. I asked Bud, was that you and me engaged in that rock throwing contest? Well, Mark could see him in his mind's eye, and a feeling too, and he could see him laughing and affirming that yes, it was indeed him. And I got a full body rush, like my head, body rush, like over my entire body, like a really powerful yes, which is, the way that they often connect with me. And so it was a double affirmative, and it was really, really amazing. And so, in the last few months or so, especially, well, even longer than that, but especially in the last 3 or 4 months and before, I've been connecting more and more and more with Bud. And then when I came up with the open triangle and said, okay, Bud, this is your glyph, this is your signature, then things really, really picked up. And, and today I got that, kind of confirmation glyph that, yeah, he is actually the guy that is going to be moving forward with me, with my lessons, and, being side by side with me in my journey moving forward. But, Ari at the same time will never leave. He's always with me. Our relationship won't really change. It's just going to be enhanced with Bud coming into the picture more. And I knew it was going to happen. And today's glyph was, the confirmation for me. So, Bud, I heard you walking around behind me just a while ago. And I know you're here, and I'm excited. Let's get this going. I just took a picture of this and I was wondering, okay, there's the Y, man, Sasquatch, all one, all connected. I was thinking, well, why isn't the A there? And then I realized it. It's Bud again. It's an open triangle. Huh. Yeah, there is no space for the A. Open triangle. Well, there's a little space, but fortunately not. So I'm getting the same messages as the ones from the clan of RE, but this time Little Bud's personalizing them. Very interesting. Well, here's my latest offering I made for them. They've been changing the glyph around, my glyphs around in this spot. They've been interacting with me, and so I thought I'd leave them another one. So I put my fish glyph, Susan and myself, Raj's H, of course the A, you know, heart, X, you know, a few different things. Basically a message of connection and love. And so let's see what they do. Let's see if they change it around. Took them a while to change it last time, but they changed it about a week before the gathering we had, just last week. And then they changed it the day before the gathering. And so here we are again, about a week out. Or are we a week out? No, we're only 4 days out. But anyway, so I left this for them again, and let's see what they do. Or if they do anything. I think that was kind of neat, actually. I really, really love the idea that, you know, I understand a lot of their written language, at least as it pertains to them and myself, because it is all personal between you and them. But, yeah. Let's see what they do. I was like halfway up the road leading out of here, and I got a pull to come back and add Bud's signature to this glyph of love, friendship, and connection. And so I'll do that. I'll just go grab a piece of wood here, and open triangle is his, so we'll, yeah, there you go. There's the open triangle. So now I got Bud's signature, Raj's. You know, you look at these kind of abstract too. So it's also a force. He's a 4. So if you just look at this part, that's a 4. Of course the X, A, fish glyph for Sue and I, and of course the heart. So amazing. And I put that triangle in there for some reason. I bet you it's gonna, I don't think I did it by accident, but I'm not sure why I did it. Anyway, let's see if they want to interact again. I'm gonna actually really like this one. Really, really like it. All right. Back at where I've been interacting with them with the glyph, more exciting changes. I'm not sure what these rocks mean. I mean, they often, generally represent individuals, but they're different anyway. They're lined up. Yeah, they're kind of headed towards here, and I don't really know what that means. It does seem to be that there's a, if you look at it from here, and then this is significantly different. They have completely changed what I left. Wow. Okay, well I see the Bud sign on the left with the welcome X. You see on the left. Middle symbol. Huh. Wow. There's our fish glyph. Right. Pointing towards some kind of connection between Bud, us, what's in the middle. And of course, this is the bottom here. I don't think they do anything by chance. Wow. So welcome friendship from Bud. Bud. I like that he's communicating with me directly now, not from the clan of RE, often. Connecting in with the fish glyph. And also, you know, even that part that is kind of 3D, the little snap piece there. Oh, could that be a dwelling? Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. Really interesting. I have to admit, I've never really seen that middle glyph quite like that ever before, so that's something totally new. And I've never seen our fish glyph, the one on the right, with a long tail on it like that. Wow. I'm back at Bud's glyph where he is announcing formally his connection with Sue and I. There's no doubt about that. Wow. I feel somebody behind me walking. Just heard something. I'm just going to turn around just in case it's a bear. It's not a bear, I'm good with it. I'm good with my friend. But, you know, Barney's been close. That's okay, guys. I'm not going to take your picture or anything. I heard you before, Bud. I know you're here. Wow, my antenna is right up. So anyway, geez, maybe you caught that on. Maybe that got recorded. That'd be interesting. Anyway, here's the formal announcement of my connection with Bud, Sue and I. You can see the fish clip there. That stick curving into the message, of course, the open triangle with the X. Okay, and the middle one, I can't quite decipher, but the message is clear. And so when I was thinking about it at home, you know, I was thinking, well, like Bud's going to be taking over and be the main guy. Like I said, I connected with both their energies, and it was actually quite amazing. Quite amazing. And so here, I made another little glyph. See what they do with that. And I left Bud's open triangle on the left, and you can see the X coming into it. You know, friendship welcome. And then I left like a house representing Sue and I, a home, family, and you know, family connection to them too. It could represent, and then two of us inside the house. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Hang on a second. We can do better than that. Okay. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we'll add 3. We'll put little Bud in the house. No, I like that. Because, you know, I know he's going to be with me from here on in. And Ari always will be too. I'm not going to miss out on anything from him. You know, I just have to think of him and his energy and his amazing love will be with me. So initially I was kind of like devastated in a sense. But no, it's a good thing. As soon as I pulled in here and saw this, I knew it. Thank you, little Bud. And that's not a walking stick. Too thin and spindly for one thing. Look at how it's, the bark is peeled off in 3 places. But beyond all that stuff that I recognize often, I just knew This is the first day that I've actually formally knew that Bud has kind of taken the reins as far as my teaching. I energetically felt RE and him with me today because it was kind of overwhelming or whatever, because, you know, like my love for RE, he's such an immensely vast, powerful being, a healer, a shaman of his people. You know, there's a huge loss felt, but little Bud and I haven't connected for a long time, and we've been close for a long time. And they were both with me today. I felt little Bud laughing, which was new, you know, things were opening up for me. I could visualize him laughing. Excuse me, when I said something specifically, and I apologize, I can't remember what, but it was a dramatic knowing. And I also felt RE's loving, comforting presence, and knowing that, you know, he's never really going to leave me. He's always going to be there with me, both of them will. But a lot of the primary teaching will be up to little Bud. And actually that's good for both of us. So, it's exciting. You know, what I initially was thinking of it as a loss because, man, RE is just, he's a man. But, you know, it's not a loss. I just gain another step in my relationship with little Bud, and I don't really lose RE at all. He's always going to be there. So it is very exciting. And the glyph I got today, you know, confirmed it. It was obviously talking about a connection between little Bud and myself and Sue. And, you know, a lot of the glyphs that I've been getting lately have been, you know, signed by little Bud, and that's the way it works, and it's wonderful because, you know, when I came up with the meaning for the Y stick, they instantly started interacting with me according to that meaning. And you know, the same with when I came up for the open triangle and said, okay Bud, that's you. That very night he left me that dramatic open triangle right at this very place, just minutes after the agreement. And then it's been you know, non-stop ever since. Quite often the friendship welcomes from the clan of RE, the X and the A combo, was now on open triangle, an X combo. So, you know, I knew this day was coming. I knew Bud was going to be taking a lead role. And, well, here it is. And having them both is amazing. Well, I've always had them both, but it's exciting to see little Bud step up, and I'm excited to see where our journey takes us. One thing I can say for sure is that I practically live in this place, and I was, you know, I come in here every day. And I was in here just a few hours prior to this exact place, and this stick was not there, so what does that tell you? Plus, it's not really a walking stick per se, you know. Too many people would want to hang on to that rough kind of edge. Yeah, so, you know, it's a Tuesday, not real busy in here today. It's a zoo on the weekends, but yeah. Little Bud, how do you do?
Little Bud, won't you come out to play? Little Bud, being little's okay. Being little's okay. Hey, little Bud, won't you come out to play? Little Bud, being little's okay. Won't you come out to play? when you came and said hello, I didn't know which way to go. Extend my hand or run, you know. But I stayed and said hey, I said hey, I said hey, I said, little bud, you come out to play. Little bud, you come out to play. Hey, hey. Won't you come out and play? Little bud, you come out to play. Little bud, won't you come out and say, hey, won't you come out and play? 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 Hey,